going to be drawing truffula trees from Dr. Seuss's The Lorax. So we're going to have one that is in the foreground. So this is going to be the biggest and it's going to be the lowest on the canvas. We're going to have one in the middle ground. That's going to be kind of medium size and in the middle of the canvas, and a small one up here in the background. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is open up our Paint 3D, go to our brushes page, get our marker and our black, and we're going to draw 3 lines that go across from one side to the other for the ground. So that's our foreground, our middle ground, and our background line. Now we're going to draw our biggest truffula tree. This is the one in the foreground. So we're going to start at this bottom line here, and we're going to draw a line that kind of comes up and curves just a little bit. We want to save enough room at the top for the top of our truffula tree. We're going to draw a line next to this one that is a little closer at the top. The truffula tree trunk is going to be a little smaller at the top. So I'm going to start here and go down right next to this one. Okay. Now we have a couple lines here where we've got the tree overlapping these lines, and we need to erase those lines because we can't see through our tree. So you can get your eraser tool and erase those 2 lines. Now I need my marker back, and I'm going to draw the top part of the truffula tree. So you use, it's almost like a sort of a zigzaggy line, but it does not have to be perfect. They're kind of funny shapes. All right, so there's my first truffula tree. That's the one in the foreground. I'm going to make one now in the middle ground. So I'm going to start on this middle line, and I'm going to draw a line that kind of comes up and curves just a little bit, and a line next to it. And then I'm going to have to erase again just this one little spot here where my tree overlaps the background. Get my marker again and draw the top part of the truffula tree. Okay, we've got to make sure that our lines are enclosed. Our shapes are enclosed. So make sure all your lines are touching because we're going to be using the fill tool. Okay, one more truffula tree. This one's going to be the smallest, and it's going to start on this top line here. Okay, so there's our 3 truffula trees. Now we're going to draw the little black lines that go across that are actually like little scribbles. So I'm using my marker tool again for that. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I just want to do a little scribble. I'll do a few of these down the trunk of the tree. Just zoom in a little bit more there. Okay. Another thing you could do is draw a few lines coming out from the base, kind of like little grass coming out from the bottom part of the truffula trees. Okay, and then we color it in. Oops, I'm going to use my fill tool, and you can do whatever color you want for your truffula trees. And you can even pick a color, a more specific color if you'd like to. All right, for my ground, I'm going to use my green on this bottom one, but I want it to get a little lighter as it goes back. So the next section, I'm going to click on my color and I'm going to choose a lighter value. And a really light value for the far away, the ground that's far away. And I'm going to color my Truffula tree trunks in, and those are going to be kind of yellow or orange. Oops. That's what happens if you click on one of the lines. All right. So there is my Truffula tree landscape.